Welcome in. Hello, Luna. Divine timing. You came in exactly as I started. So, alright, let me send out some invites this morning. Hello, beautiful. Welcome in. Guys, I haven't even drank my coffee yet. I only got 3 words down on the day, so I'm still open to see what Spirit has to bring in for the words of the day. Oopsies. Stillness. Charity, compassion, freedom, stillness. Clarity. Choice. Free will. Create. Something about the bugs in the background that are just vibrating my pineal gland and then allowing me to be present in this moment outdoors with each of you. So allow yourself to be very present, to be still, to find your center, to find your body again, to be very present in the bodily sensations, the vibrations of your electrons, the vibrations of your light, of your symphony, of your sound. We are all created of sound. We are manifestations embodied in the physical form that is sound creating life. Something was wanted, therefore it was spoken. Maybe it was an internal sound. Sound is necessary in all of life. Grand Rising, beautiful souls, welcome in. Sound. 8/21/2026. Can we believe that it's already the end of August? We're stepping into September. Can you believe that? Grand Rising, Jen, welcome in. We still gotta drop down. So there is energy flow down through from the crown to the heart, but from the heart, there's a bit of a hardness towards the lower chakras. Grand Rising, welcome in. So give some awareness to your lower body. And what it's needing of you today. My lower body is screaming, halting. telling me to slow down. So opening up the heart a bit deeper here. Give permission for thy heart to open. Bringing some of this incense smoke over to you guys. Let's do just a quick clearing. I am doing healings today. If you want to get on the list, you can. Sending through PayPal. Excellent, Allison. I'll reach you down, love. Oh, I didn't even realize I accidentally changed the whole playlist. Period, though. I guess that's what was meant to happen. Is this my sleep playlist? Wait a second. Okay, no worries. Pops, thanks for letting me know, love. Also excellent, Astrid and Allison. So there's just this kind of stillness, calmness in the field here today that Did you guys hear that boom? That was wild. Right after I said stillness and calmness, there was a sign. Yeah, they're saying be quiet, stay quiet, let your bodies adjust. Give your bodies this time and space right now to adjust into the transitions we've been going through the past couple days. Your physical body might have been experiencing some symptoms or not. But tune into what the physical body is needing. Yeah, there's some energy here. Remaining in stillness and calm. No more calmness. Trash company again, no. I don't know what that was. Really just felt like a big boom from the heavens, I guess. Heart me, hello, thank you, thank you. I was tired and emotional yesterday. Sending you love. There's infinite energy coming through to the heart chakra, reminding self of the infinite source that flows through all, the infinite possibilities that are opening in this reality through our heart, through our electromagnetic frequency, through our sound. So today there's this kind of base energy of remembering that we are sound and that we're created from sound and that we are a manifestation of thought, of spirit into the physical. And that sound, when created with density, when it is pushed together, when all of these vibrations are pushed together, it creates density, it creates solid form. And that's how we exist. We are constantly vibrational beings clumped into density. And so we have to respect and appreciate density for what it is for us. Density is the manifestation tool. We often see people trying to talk about density as something that is very bad. And yes, when there is a lot of density, it can make it hard to remember your infiniteness. But when you learn to appreciate your infinite and your finite, your density and your spirit, you start to respect the density for what it is. Correct? Ashe? Agree? Disagree? That's what's coming through today, that there is this deep need to understand sound as who we are. And the more that we can understand that we are a manifestation of sound, we understand how we are. Thank you. My mom made this cup. Look how cute it is. We understand how to manifest things. So we manifest things by having a spiritual thought, so a higher realm, spirit, mind, that dips into the density, that it has to come through expression, it has to come through heart, it has to come through body for that manifestation to come forward. So if we are manifesting all up here that this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, but we're never bringing it into the density, we're never facing this manifestation through the density, then it's less likely to happen. Does this make sense? Yeah, isn't this cup so sweet? My mom made it for my grandma, and then my grandma's, she just went into the dementia unit, sending her love as she's navigating the dimensions. But yeah, it's a cute little cup. So for example, this is what Spirit's bringing in. For example, I'm manifesting this connection to greater abundance. Great example, thank you. And the way that I manifest abundance sometimes doesn't look like having all of the money resources. Sometimes it means, so for example, I need abundance to pay for physical gas. So gas is in the density, it's the lower, it's the physical, right? And I'm manifesting abundance. But a way that I sometimes like to manifest abundance that doesn't always look like $1 million, because sometimes that's hard for me to visualize, sometimes that's hard for me to feel in my body that I am worthy of that much money. What I sometimes do is actually just change the gas, like on my car. So I'll be driving for like an hour and I will watch that like gas thing on my car barely move at all. So that was abundance in a way that might look different than receiving financial gain, but I received it still by gaining gas through the spirit realm. Does that make sense? There's so many different ways to do abundance, and abundance doesn't have to look like $1 million. It can, and I'm grateful to get there someday. But for me to get there, I have to take these stepping stones of trusting all of the miracles in the meantime. What can I do here and now to honor the abundance that I already have? I'm going to ask and trust my car, hey, can you hold on to more gas this time so I can make it home? So there's so many different ways to manifest and bring in miracles that don't have to be so overwhelming to the system. Because again, if we're just going to manifest $1 million, that's great and all, and we are going to do that. We are going to manifest that. But if our nervous system isn't ready to carry that amount of money, our body is going to reject it. Reject that call, that invitation of manifestation. We're going to reject that vibration because it doesn't feel like it fits within our density. So this is also why we have to notice the density and let the density open up so that more vibration can come through. Does that make sense? This is really great. I love the way that this is coming through. And then coming back to sound being the foundation of everything that we're doing, when we're able to sing or speak or internally think about something, bring it in to the vibration of the body. So this is why internal humming can help so much. Humming with the intention of some sort of manifestation, humming with the intention to clear the nervous system, humming with the intention to remove or move vibrational density to make it more fluid. Because if we're just in the body and it's super, super, super dense and super compact and all of these different vibrations are compact, it's going to make it hard, again, for these higher vibrational manifestations to move through those dense vibrations. So we want the density to still be fluid. Again, this might be a little bit confusing, but if you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, you're not. But we have to understand through this type of conversation that spirit and science do collaborate, and they need to collaborate for our highest good and the good of mankind. So, with my humming yesterday, I was controlling and playing with the rain. Yes, Ramona. Perfect example. Perfect example. Internal vibration genuinely can shift the world, because we do understand that everything is vibration, everything is sound. If we want to go to John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word was God, the Word was with God. What was the Word? The Word wasn't this physical Bible. That wasn't invented. It was the Word. It was the sound. It was the vibration of God. And what is the vibration of God? It is within us. It is our voice. It is the hum. It is the song. Because all of life is just a symphony of each and every one of us being a different vibration that harmonizes together to create unity consciousness. But here's the thing. Going back to our last live stream, we were talking about noticing competition. So if we're in competition vibrationally with one another, each vibration is going to try to one-up one another. And it's going to make the symphony a little uncomfortable, because you can tell that there's like a little bit of a vibrational battle in the back of the room with the clarinets. You know what I mean? And so as a consciousness, play your part, be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else, just be you. And that's enough. As my mind was rejecting the magic, yes. So isn't that fun? Our mind often likes to reject and project our magic. And so something that I was sharing with a client yesterday, she was asking to the third eye. She was activating to, sorry, wow, my shoulder hurt real bad, real quick. She was asking to increase her intuition. So she was like, focus on my third eye. I want to increase my intuition. I want to understand how to receive these messages. I want to know how to receive these messages. Hello, welcome in. I'm good. How are you? And what I was telling her is actually working with the third eye sometimes is distracting. Truthfully. Sometimes it's distracting. And if we're going to learn how to use your intuition, we have to open up the mind, open up the third eye, and drop down through the heart. This is where you trust yourself. Down into the solar plexus, where you deeply, again, trust yourself. And into the womb, where you tune into your inner child. These are places in your body that naturally have gut feeling, right? That gut feeling, or that inner gnosis, is, in my opinion, the first thing that needs to be activated in order for you to learn discernment and intuition. Once you have that, then the mind can explain what's going on. The third eye can explain or visualize or hear or whatever what's going on. But the first thing that's very necessary is tuning into that feeling and trusting thy body, trusting the temple. Because if you're just trusting the mind, you can so easily get off track through your third eye, because, okay, which message is from spirit, which message is from myself, which message is from spirit, which message is from myself. If you're dropping down into the solar plexus, into the heart, into the sacral, even into the root, into the lower body in general, it's not about thinking. It's about feeling. And that's very essential. And for a lot of us in my collective tend to be a bit more starseedy, tend to be a bit more heady, but also just in the patriarchy, we tend to be a bit more heady. We need the logic to understand things. We got to kind of push past that and start trusting the body. The body knows. In the DNA is activated to know. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. Well, not the first thing. This is many things I've already said this morning. So I liked that message that came through. That was really brilliant. All of that. I really enjoyed that. Really got into that channel there. I wonder who I was connecting with. They're saying Syrians. Thoth is showing up too. I really like working with Thoth. He's been a gift. Yeah, that would make sense for Thoth, the scribe. Anyways, so that's the conversation that went to the words of the day. I talked about them a little bit earlier, but we have charity, compassion, freedom, create, stillness, clarity, choice, and free will. I thought it was interesting that the first word was charity, kind of giving of self. Charity, compassion, freedom, create. What can you give? How can you give back? Even yesterday, so I want to talk about the idea of tithe, right? We hear that idea of tithe in the church, give 10% of your income to the church, whatever. If you're not involved in the church, what are ways that you can still tithe, and what does tithing really mean? It means in some way giving back, not taking everything, not hoarding. How can you give back to the world? So this can be even tithing your time, volunteering, connecting with other people. Tithing your experiences. Go sharing experiences with people you love. Thank you for the gift. This can also be physically. If you have, they're even showing me composting. Sometimes composting is a way of tithing, of giving back. Using the foods that you're being given, honoring them, and any parts that don't work for you, giving them back to nature, giving them back to the animals to eat, things like this. So that's coming forward, is this idea of tithing. But as I'm talking about tithing, they're showing me, what is it called? Not sacrifices, not altars, offerings. They're showing me offerings. And we've kind of talked about this concept of offerings for the last month or so. But there's something about giving back. If we're going to want to create a deeper connection with Gaia, sorry if the sound is loud, you guys, I don't even recognize it, so let me know if it ever gets too loud. So if we're wanting to create a conversation greater with Gaia, we are going to have to bridge that gap. Again, the offerings could be offerings of time, offerings of food, composting. They keep bringing up composting. But it also could be offerings of crystals, offerings of feathers, offerings of honey, things like this. When you offer your time, space, and energy to things that you think are valuable, it will give back to you. And that's very important. But when you're giving offerings, let it be just that. Not assuming anything coming back to you, but also knowing the process of alchemy is that the things will come back to you. So holding both those things. Super interesting concepts that are coming to us this morning, and I'm super enthralled by that idea of everything being sound and us being the manifestations of vibration. So much good information this morning that's been coming through with the Syrian Council. Hello. I'm so glad you had a good time at the beach. That sounds amazing. I feel like I've been a humanitarian worker. I've raised a lot of youth without funds. I love that. I love all this information as well. You're so welcome, Jen. Thanks for being here, love. I've been working on forwarding my karma lately, helping more people. Yes. So this is something that's definitely coming up for a reason. Sharing our gifts, sharing our abundance. And like I said, what I was talking about earlier, our manifestation or our abundance isn't going to look the same for everyone. Like I said in my last example about this, it's not all about getting $1,000, getting $1 million. Sometimes it's about just simply changing the finances of a grocery bill or something like that, making it more accessible to your nervous system. That's how we start. Manifesting by taking baby steps with our nervous system. And slowly, over time, we'll continue to manifest bigger and bigger and bigger things, and we'll see the miracles that take place. And sometimes also within that, then we still have to stay grounded and humble within our energy. But anyways, I hope you guys received something from that message this morning. There was a lot of good information in there. There was a lot of fun information. And so if you did miss some of the message, you can always go check it out on YouTube. Thank you to the YouTube collective here that's hanging out, that's being nice, that's loving. We have 2 people on the list this morning. We have Allison and Astrid. If anyone else gets on the list, please let me know. So I'm going to check out Allison. Allison, how are you doing this morning, love? I must go back to work. Lovely day, Luna. That was perfect timing, wasn't it? That was truly perfect timing. I love that your break was in our collective. Have a great day as well, Luna. All right. Hope you gained something from that message. I'm so grateful too. All right, give me a second, Allison. My PayPal is loading. And thank you to everyone else that is here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence. I do truly appreciate it. Ponder so much good. I love pondering. Okay, of course, it's not gonna let me log in. There it is. All right, it's loading. It's loading. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the giftedness. All right, so we're going to do a 25-minute session for Allison. Allison, is there anything specific you want to work on today, love? For some reason, I got some pain in my left shoulder. So my words are like coming out a little bit slower today, and they're saying that intentionally. Maybe not fully slower, but to me it feels like it. Is that a cat nail? No. So I have that connective tissue disorder called like Elders something something something. And it's where the connective tissue is super sensitive, and it's also super stretchy, and it's like it creates like overextension of your muscles, and it can create difficulty with just standing, with walking, with being, and you can constantly feel like an active amount of pain in your body all the time. Some of you guys in this collective really might know what I'm talking about. Most of you might. So my theory on this is that those that have this connective tissue disorder, actually it's not a disorder at all. Like, yes, it has difficulty, but it is extra sensitivity within the fascial network to receive information within the physical body. And it's really uncomfortable sometimes because we are so sensitive to the things around us. If there is something uncomfortable in the environment, my body is going to respond to it by like clenching up, by twitching my muscles, by like shaking in some way. A lot of us in the spiritual space will have this extra giftedness within our fascial network that allows us to be more aware physically. So right now in my body, it's just really hard because a lot of times it's specifically in my pelvic floor, the muscles will just not work. And it's really uncomfortable and it's really unfortunate and something I've been working on healing for 5 years now. But anyways, I had a flare up this morning. That's why I'm saying this. Spirit led, I always experience some sort of phantom pain on my right side of my stomach. Okay. But I wanted to share that because some people in this collective might, you know, it might click within you after I said that about actually in the fascia. Not everyone has that type of awareness, but a lot of those that are within the spiritual space that have had to learn how to heal themselves physically tend to have this type of experience or this symptomness. Okay. Right side of stomach. I guess there was just so much information that wanted to come through this channel this morning and I did not know that. It's so fun when that happens, when I just go into the channel and I'm like, all right, this is the info that's coming out. You're very sensitive to energy, yeah. All right, let's get into it, Allison. I'm going to get my energy ready and we'll get started. Oh, yes, wait. Is that something you need? Okay, wait, let's talk about that. Allison, do you have time to let Astrid go first? It's okay if not. We can always do something else. Astrid, let me know what you need. Okay, excellent. Okay, that works out perfectly. Astrid, let's go into your session then first and let Allison feed the animals with ease. Astrid's is also a 25-minute session. This feels right. This feels like it makes more sense for it to go this way. So Astrid, is there anything specific that you want to connect into this morning? There's something really about the gut feelings that they're talking about today. Really tuning into your gut feelings. Thank you so much. Intuitive, excellent. All right, so I just got my energy ready for that. Let me do one more just quick breath. All right, Astrid, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. Again, this is a 25-minute session. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Beautiful. Hello, welcome in. I have spoken. We appreciate you, Ramona. Yes, of course. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. There's a lot of energy in the third eye. And it's like a lot of pressure. So I want you to massage the temples real quick. They're saying you're almost getting distracted by your third eye, which is interesting that right before we started this, the message was trust your gut, tune into the gut feeling. So again, they are moving your attention downwards. They want you to attend to your stomach and to your core muscles. So I want you to feel into your core muscles, even your lower back, even your lower butt, kind of in those back muscles, the gluteus maximus, going down through the back of the thighs, the back of the knees, the calves, and the ankles. Dropping this down. So feeling from the back of your head going through the third eye portal, releasing and clearing energy. They're almost showing oil. It's like the pineal gland that has oil that is flowing through it, and that oil is so abundant. There's so much energy coming through. Bring that down through the back of the head, down through the spine, intertwining that golden oil in and out of your vertebrae. There's a little bit of stagnation around the back of the heart. I want you to move your back like this. Let that flow, let that flow, let that flow. Good, 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 good. Good. Through all of the spine. And again, we're going to the lower back, back of the hips, back of the gluteus maximus, back of the thighs, back of the knees, back of the calves, ankles and feet pushing down. For some reason, they want the back. So they're pouring this oil down the back of your body and bringing in these higher manifestations, these higher thoughts, these higher processes into the density. What we were talking about this morning, to help create more fluidity in your lower body, in your lower density, to help make it feel more safe for your nervous system to be all that you are in this physical form. You're not just a starseed. You're not just a stargate. You're not just this higher light being. You are very much a strong human vessel. That human vessel has deep manifestation powers within it. Tune into that. So I want you to notice anytime that your hips are tensing up or your lower back is tensing up, really just relax. And there's a lot of things that I'm feeling in your mind as well. The mind kind of spinning, trying to understand everything. Maybe even fractals from work, thinking about work as you're going to work here soon. They just want you to let that go real quick. Let go of the distraction. That's the word. Opening the top of the crown. They're saying just be present here and now. And when you're able to, I love this message. When you're able to create space for yourself here and now, to just be you, to not think about work, to not think about other people, to just be present in your body, it allows less overlap so that you're not constantly thinking about work all the time, or you're not constantly thinking about spirituality all the time, but you give yourself the time and space to feel it when you need to. Does that make sense? They're just saying something about more containers, less overlap. You're not constantly distracted when you give yourself the time. Hey, here's my time and segment to think into my spirit body. Here's the time and segment to think about work. When I'm outside of that workspace, I don't need to think about work. When I'm in the space of my spirit body, I want to think about my spirit body. And they're saying kind of have that rigidness or have those boundaries or have that box around you, so that you're not constantly seeping in all of this distraction from everything around you. Make sure to create those energetic containers so that your energy source is being used properly, is how they're saying it. And I hope that that's making sense. Bringing more light down crown. Third eye, presence. There's something so unique about your third eye. It's so strong. They're showing it like Saturn, like it has multiple rings around it. So you have this third eye here, and then you have these rings. There's something here, but I just don't want your third eye to be causing too much distraction or too much pain, because the amount of light that you're bringing in could easily cause headaches. So they're like, make sure that you're not overdoing it up here, that the rest of your body feels pain. We want to drop that all the way down. So again, feel into that oil going through the back of your head and going down through the back of your body, going into the earth, creating this funnel and this foundational energy. As you're bringing that down through the back, hello Katie, welcome in. As you're bringing that down to your back, we're bringing up light from the crystalline core up through your roots, feet, and this is going to be through the front of your body. The feet, the shins, the knees, the front of the thighs, into your hip crease. They're really focusing a lot of energy in your hip crease here. And notice any pain that you might feel in your body or any sensations that you feel in your body. Bringing this up through the root, the sacral. They're showing a flower blooming here in the sacral. Up through the solar. They're saying sustainability. These type of sessions are not just a quick fix or a quick high. When you get out of this session, they want you to sustain this energy. So they're holding this space within your solar plexus of sustainability, of staying in this space of peace for the day. But it's not distracting. It's just a sensation. It's just the body. Okay, okay. So sustainable energy going through your solar, and it's fueling your body. It's again, it's going up and down the spine. They're showing your body is very like mechanical. There's so many strong mechanics within it that I'm able to access. I don't really know what that means, but that's what I'm feeling. Going up into the low heart, opening this up, bringing in more light from the crystalline core through your heart space. Opening that and illuminating through veins, arteries, plasma body, electron body, trusting the bodily sensations, trusting the fascia, trusting the blood, trusting the DNA. Again, that gut feeling is what they are wanting you to tune into deeper. Tune into the gut feeling. It's interesting the way that they're bringing the message forward to me. Because the way that I'm like energetically walking into your sphere is they're not like showing me visions how I normally would. It's like I'm walking into a cloud. And when you walk into a cloud, it's like all you see is white. And so that's what they're showing me, is this like white light, and trying to navigate the depth of the brightness. Because we often will talk about, you know, walking forward into a void or walking into a black hole and not knowing where you're going and kind of free falling. It's a very similar energy when walking into deep light. It's like all whites. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see anything. That's kind of the energy that they're showing me, but they just are like, keep taking steps forward, keep trusting the process, keep trusting that you are where you need to be, and the trees are confirming here, and the wind is confirming here. Thank you, wind. So bringing this energy up and through your heart chakra, we're going to bring this up through the throat as well. Through the third eye. And through the crown up into the heavens. So it's interesting the way that they're doing this flow, because normally it's the left and the right, but this way they're doing the back and the front. So the back is releasing. It's going into the earth. It's going through your roots, all the way to the crystalline core, all of this being alchemized into the purest form, bringing this light back up through your body, through your feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, roots, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, and bringing this back down. So they want you to feel this filtration system that is happening through your channel. What I'm also feeling above your channel is a filter here, and it's a star, and I'm feeling another filter, it's a sphere underneath your feet. Yeah, this is like territory I haven't walked into yet, so it's like hard to explain some of these concepts that I'm feeling for your energy field, because your energy is very advanced. They're showing me white dragons as we're in this kind of cloud of energy. They're showing so much energy, and it's hard to explain at this level. So they're intentionally talking about being multidimensional by holding this really deep, high ability to understand spirit concepts, all of the starseed energy, but also being deeply earth, being deeply grounded, being deeply whole, and being stretched in between those realms. And what they're almost asking me to do is almost just observe you. Just observe where you're at. And then they keep saying gut feeling. Keep dropping into the solar. Keep dropping into the heart. Keep dropping into the sacral. But specifically the solar plexus is the thing that wants to be activated right now as we open this up. I'm feeling into more lion energy or Lyran energy. They're showing black panthers, tigers, lions, opening this solar up. They're showing sound healing techniques. And as I'm opening up your channel here, I'm getting a very earthy, like indigenous energy. Like indigenous Austrian. There's like traditional dress. And there's like ribbons and bows and a lot of color. And there are women dancing around your solar plexus. And this is a remembrance. This is a soul DNA activation, a remembrance of why your body wants to move and sing and dance and shake and scream at times. And this is allowing you to stay more human and grounded. When you connect more with your ancestors, it helps you stay human. So some of these energies are coming around you. They're playing their instruments. They're hitting the drum. And they're eating bread and oil, is what I'm seeing. They want you to feel this kind of thumping in your solar. And you're here in the middle. You're here in the middle of this ceremony, and you have all of these strings attached to you, or these ribbons attached to you by your ancestry line from wherever they're from, and they're spinning these ribbons around you. And as each of these ribbons is connected to the ancestors are sending in love into the solar plexus to remind you of who you are. So it's all connected in the solar. They're all sending in this love. If I could tell, there's probably 8, 9 women in this circle here. And there are also like other people in this village all around, with there's like fires and people and whatever. And this is a deeply grounding energy. Sending in this love, sending in this remembrance. And there's like a mother energy that is coming up and giving you a flower crown. And another one putting a lei around your chest. And another one putting something around your ankles. It looks kind of like metal, like a copper or a gold. And then someone is, and it seems like a medicine woman or a medicine man is taking something that's red. It's like a chopped up, finely ground up rock that's red, and putting it on your face here and on your third eye. And now your energy is starting to dance. Like it's like they initiated you with this like dancing spirit, is how I'm feeling it. And this is going to help keep your rhythm grounded. They want you to feel into the thumping of your feet. And when you dance, they almost want you to bring them in. Whenever you're dancing, it is an offering to your ancestors. So going back to that word offering, this is an offering. And this is so important for you, Astrid, because you are such a star being. You are so high, highly elevated, high vibrational being. And this is going to help bring more fluidity into your density. This is going to help bring more manifestations in physically. If you hold the intention of dancing being an offering and dancing being an opening to manifestation, things are going to come much quicker. But for the most part, I also just want to say your spirit team says that you're doing a great job. You're doing everything good. Keep doing you. But this is just kind of the next thing that they wanted to open up for you, is working with your ancestors. Yeah, I'm feeling this down in the root, as there is a root opening as well. And we're going to release any distortion around movement or any distortion around your ancestry line that might have a negative connotation, that might feel like you're disconnected. We're just going to release that out of the root, out of the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet down into the earth. Grounding down. Whew, I just got a wave of something moving through my stomach as that dropped down. So again, the focus is gut feeling. Trust your gut. That's the focus of this message. all the way down through knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet down in the earth, all the way down through your roots, connecting into the crystalline core, bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, bringing in a bit more light and a bit more clarity into your channel here, down through crown, third eye, throat, all the way down to your feet. Feeling this container of you being present in your body. And that's the focus. Giving yourself time and space to be present in the physical body, being present with your hips, being present with your legs, being present with movement, dance, and your ancestors. Okay? All right, bringing this energy all the way back up. Allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy back down. Super interesting how this message came across. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. And my energy is mine. And there is the garbage truck. All right, let me know how you're feeling, Astrid. The message came through so interestingly today, but I hope it still made sense. I hope that it had some awareness to you. It was kind of hard to explain though. So if you feel like walking through a cloud, that would make sense. She also might have had to go to work, so we'll see. All right, next up we have Allison on the list today. Thank you to everyone that's here, by the way. Thank you for just holding space for us all to heal together, to love together. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful, and it helps me so much. Oh, yay, I'm so glad. I'm really excited about you to work with your ancestors more. I think that's going to be a really good sensation for you. I think it's going to be a really good sensation. All right, do we have Allison in the chat? Hello, Allison. All right, let me go back. So you said spirit-led right side of stomach. Did you say there was pain on the right side of your stomach? Let me fix this hair real quick. Oh, so it just got worse. Okay, so I don't know why this hair is not working. Excellent. I mean, not excellent for you, but I'm glad I got that right. Thank you so much for the hand heart. Let me get my energy ready and we'll get started. Seems like a bit of a smaller collective today, which is totally good. Nothing's wrong there. Okay, so it is very energetic then, at the energetic level. Okay, well, let's tune in and see what comes up. Does it seem to like flare up at certain times, or is it just consistently in pain? When you're ready, put a heart in the chat and we'll get started. Again, collective, this is a 25-minute session. If you guys are interested in tuning in, you can stick around. If not, adios. It's been great hanging. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Flares up here and there. Okay. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Ooh, there's a couple interesting things that I'm feeling in the channel as I'm tuning into that energy. Ooh, ooh. So the first energy that I was getting while I was tuning in was anger, and I was feeling this energy of, like, I don't know if you have a son or like an ex. There's an energy of like a masculine energy, and maybe it's both. Maybe it's the son and an ex, or an ex-partner, or someone that had hurt you, even like a masculine energy, like a father energy. Anger towards men is basically what I'm hearing energetically around this right side of the stomach. The other thing that I felt when I was tuning in is I started doubting myself, and I'm like, I don't like this energy. This doesn't feel good. Like, I was questioning my worth. I was questioning, like, if I was able to do this stuff, and I was like, oh, this isn't me. This is not the energy I like to tune into. And so that was another energy that was into the stomach, was this doubt, and it was deeply sinking into the body, and it was like, this is my home. Like, this is where I want to live. My doubt is just gonna sit right here, and no one can tell me what to do. And so it does feel like there's this like constant like outburst of doubt that goes through the stomach, or even like anxiety, or some sort of feeling of lack of worth. And it does feel like it has some sort of stem towards the masculine energy, or towards patriarchy, or towards what you've been told in your life of your worth. Ooh. Abuse from both parents and then hurt from an ex. Ooh, okay, yep. And so that's where that doubt is going to sink in. If you have abuse from both of your parents, oh yeah, that's going to be deeply sunk in to the walls of the stomach lining. And so let's notice how we need to tune into this here today. Let me just give myself a second, because it is a lot. Okay, we're going to bring in some light down through the crown, third eye, throat. There is something about the sun, though, and I don't know why, or they just keep saying sun, or they keep showing a sun. Maybe it's a son-in-law, or like a boyfriend of someone. There's something about this younger person that is also, it's as if maybe even your anger is projecting onto the younger generation. Or it's the opposite of that. Or you're deeply protecting, and you're creating a wall between the next generation, and you're like, this is not going to be the way that you treat anyone. You do not treat anyone the way that I was treated. And that wall, however, is very strong, and it's like you're holding back all of this energy, and you're just absorbing it. Does that make sense? Okay, anyways, bringing this light down through the crown, third eye, throat. Trying to forgive him. Yeah, it's like you're absorbing a lot. You're holding in a lot, because you don't want them to see the pain that you had to witness. And I'm getting a lot in the throat right now as well, as that's coming forward. I think it makes sense that you're doing that, but for some reason it's also deeply dissatisfying your body. The throat is moving a lot. So I think it's also good. So there's something about you talking with your ex and giving forgiveness that's potentially also flaring this energy up in your stomach, because it's starting to move, and that doubt inside of your body is like, no, I live here. You can't get rid of me. You can't move me. And so the doubt is starting to flare up. But it is good because it is releasing. And so there is something that is coming out through the conversations that you're having of forgiveness. But what also needs to happen is conversations potentially with yourself or with your parents. And what I could also see, if you don't have your parents in your life, or you don't want to communicate with them, you can also just write letters and not send them, or burn them, or something like this, of how hurt you were by their actions. And just to be completely honest, because there's a lot of times where we try to sugarcoat something, where we had pain in the past, but we're like, but I was okay. Like, there were still good moments. Of course, there's good moments in everything, but sometimes there is moments where we need to truly address what wasn't going well so that we can change. And so if we constantly sugarcoat the pain, it just keeps the pain sugar-coated. And so writing down for each of your parents the ways that really hurt you is going to allow you also to deeply address your own parenting style, and allow you to not have to absorb so much of their pain, but to let it flow through you. Does that make sense? So there's something about that that's coming through. Again, the throat is like really activating as I'm talking about this. The throat wants you to express something. And then I'm seeing your ancestors drumming again, which they love to do. Bringing in the beatedness of the heart, bringing in steady, consistent love into your body as we're clearing this. So going down into the heart, opening this up through veins, arteries, plasma body, electron body. You're so lovely, Lydia. Oh, hello, Indy. I did exactly that with my mother because she's passed now, but I haven't yet with my father. Okay, so that's so important, because it's the father energy. That's it. It's so strong. It's the father energy. It's the masculine. So yes, do that with the masculine. We're gonna drop down into the drop into the stomach. Your stomach is not wanting me to drop in. It's like, don't do it. But it's the old doubt. It's the old energy. So I'm gonna drop down, and as we're doing this, I'm gonna kind of pull out. So I'm gonna have, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna bring like a drain, an energetic drain out the side here. And it's going to go into the earth so that we don't have to let it like go through the rest of your body. And we're also going to have a drain here, and then a drain in your back. So as I'm coming in, I want you to feel all of this doubt stirring. I'm going to hold it in so it can all go through this drain. Feel the doubt stirring. Feel the old pain of this masculine wounding, of this parental wounding, of this ex wounding going out through the drains. My stomach just made a popping sound as well. Ooh, you might feel some energy moving. Or you might feel some pain as this is kind of ramping up. As the doubt is frustrated that it has to leave. It's thought that this was its home. No doubt, baby, this is not your place to live. We can convert you to confidence, though. If you want to go into the earth, we can bring you back as confidence. Ooh, yeah, there's a strong wave of this. Good, keep that going out. So after we told doubt that it could transfer into confidence, it had more likely, wanted to move out of your body. Having a hard time getting words out today. It's very weird. You also might feel weird waves of energy, like cool and hot waves, because as the stomach moves, it, I don't know what the word is called, but the stomach does this thing, and that's also going to be happening. Relax the thighs, relax the butt, relax into this space. Okay. So now that most of that has kind of drained. I'm going to take out these drains. Most of the most acidic part of it has drained. Oh my gosh, there's a bee. Sorry. It's not a nice one either. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. 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 Sorry, got really distracted there. Sweating so much right now. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna put a container around the stomach here real quick, and anything that moves out of the stomach instantly goes into earth because I don't want it to be affecting anything else. Gonna open up the stomach a bit more with crystalline light. Oh gosh. Okay, releasing out through the side. You might feel parts of your body tensing up. Try to relax it, but also like tune into the body how it needs to. Ooh, my abdomen muscles are like really activating right now. Yeah, I'm getting very hot as well as this energy is moving. Ooh, going kind of from the back of your side here, the back, and then pulling forward. Okay, so you have an ancestor here that's blowing tobacco around you as this is releasing. And there's another ancestor that's serving you hape or rape, tobacco up your sinuses, up your nose. So this is like a full ceremony. This is like a full ancestral release as well. Ooh. Then there is a grandmother energy spirit that is massaging your stomach, and she's pushing it over. And there's another mother spirit. It feels like a higher mother spirit, kind of like Mother God energy or Sophia frequency, that's behind you, that is also moving the energy in your back over, and she's pushing it out. This is strong. They want you to keep breathing. It kind of feels like very much like almost like a psychedelic energy. Like I'm seeing that frog, the frog venom, whatever medicine that is. I can't think of what it's called, but it feels like you're like in a psychedelic experience right now as they're removing this energy for you. Bufo. They're showing me Bufo. So maybe there's something about you sitting with that medicine. Yeah, this is deep. This is really deep. Because it keeps coming. Like the more that I'm like pulling out, there's like more density that's wanting to come to the surface. It's like been in layers and layers and layers within your ancestry line. And like you're the one to open up this masculine wound, this patriarchal wound, and you're opening up more to your feminine intuition, your medicine woman knowings. And again, these women pushing on your stomach, they're also opening up your womb space and activating the womb power, the womb portal. You might feel also some soreness in your back as this energy is moving. I'm gonna bring in, there's so much energy coming out. Anytime I move my hands, they're like, no, keep pulling. So let it come down through your spine as well. Opening up your heart portal to release any ancestral limitations. it just keeps going. Okay. Give me a second. It's coming so fast. I'm like, my arm needs a break. This is going very, very deep. This is like ancestry of like Earth. They're bringing me back all the way to the first beginnings of man and woman on this planet and healing the wounding of that. And I want you to start to feel it softening. Oh my gosh, so much energy moved out. And bringing in compassion into these spaces. Good. Start to feel that really softening. You might also feel some like purging feeling wanting to come up because so much released. Again, I want you to think about writing a letter to the father energy and also potentially even just writing a letter to the patriarchy. Clear. Clear. Okay, your ancestors are wrapping up the ceremony. The women are like sealing the womb from the back and the front. They're also sealing the stomach from the back and the front. I'm going to bring some more crystalline energy down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, again, the throat, the heart, through veins, arteries, plasma body, electron body, going all the way through the heart portal, opening up this energy of healing the masculine wound through all of your doorways in your life, right? The heart holds the hall of portals, the hall of mirrors of all of these different lifetimes that we've lived. So you're going to bring in this peace into all of these lifetimes, all of these timelines. Peace between the masculine and the feminine, peace between being all that you are, not suppressing your giftedness or yourself, not doubting yourself by any means, and deeply opening up to your feminine wisdom and feminine intuition. Good. Dropping that down into the solar. Ooh, lots of feelings and sensations coming in. And bringing this crystalline light all the way into the stomach, spinning through the stomach, going through the stomach lining, and healing any energy here within your stomach that needs to be healed. And we're filling the body back up with confidence here. So any area where there was doubt that we pulled out, filling that back up with divine confidence, divine intuition, divine self-love, and wholeness. Wholeness to yourself, trusting yourself, and crystalline light. Filling your stomach with that energy here, feeling it pulsating, feeling it illuminating within your body as it goes in and out through your intestines as well. Sealing that back up with crystalline light. What I'm also going to do here is just put a Merkaba around your stomach just to help it as it's transitioning its energy, keeping it feeling safe and loved, honored and protected. Bringing this energy down through the womb space, bringing this beautiful crystalline light through the womb, spinning, spiraling, honoring the feminine intuition, dropping down into the root, opening this up, and really starting to deeply trust men again. Trusting the balance between the feminine and the masculine within this world. Trusting yourself enough to know that you can handle it. And bringing this energy down through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, Knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet down into the earth, grounding down. Through your roots, good, connecting with Gaia, feeling her deeply satisfied with this work that you have done, all the way down to the crystalline core. Releasing any energy that doesn't serve you into the mycelium network and wrapping around the crystalline core, sending this clarity, this crystalline light, this purity of intention all the way through to the earth, all the way down to the crystalline core, shifting this out to humanity, allowing that to be honored here, bringing this energy back up to your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, roots, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. Ooh, strong. My body just started wanting to flush things out right after that. Beautiful. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Mwah. Thank you, Allison, for letting us work on that for you. And yeah, that was really beautiful to feel into myself. There was a lot of energy that moved out of that right side. So thank you for letting us tune in. Let me know how you're feeling. We are going to be going into collective because I don't think anyone else has signed up. So if anyone else does want to get on the list, please get on. I think I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. I'm glad. That was very powerful. That was really, really, really beautiful to feel into. I'm going to go use the bathroom, sit in silence, sit in your clarity, sit in your channel, and I will be right back. If anyone wants to get on the list, please consider it. I'm back. Did the music stop? Why does it do that? Why does it do that when I go away? Oh, maybe it's just that one moment. Hey everyone. Have a great day. Absolutely appreciate you and your life. I'm so grateful. Yeah, my body needed to go take a shit after that one. Real truth. We were working in the stomach. Oh my gosh, there was so much movement. That's so funny. Anyways, I don't think I have anyone else on the list today. The brown heart. That's everything. We can go into the collective. If anyone does want to get on the list, let me know. We'll just chat a little bit. Let's see what else comes through the channel. So did you? That's amazing. Okay, you guys. Here's the weird thing. What's with the helicopter? I've seen so many helicopters fly past my house. But then I thought maybe just me. It was me too. I needed to go. I was like, oh shoot, oh shit. I got things to do right now. And it's released this energy of the patriarchy. That's the truth. Anyways, I've been getting a lot of helicopters driving over my house, and I don't want to be like, oh, they're looking for me, but at the same time, the energy's kind of weird every single time. Every time. It was like, now, gotta go, gotta get out of here. Anyways, you guys, the leaves are starting to fall here, and I'm really excited about it. How to go number 2? That's so funny. All of us just have to go shit after that patriarchal release. That's so funny. Ugh. Yeah, I had this helicopter fly over me yesterday, and it was like flying this way, and it got really weird because it was like really suspiciously slow once it saw me. And I was like, okay, I don't want to be looking into this too much, but why are there so many helicopters flying over this house? And then I'm like, I get in my head, I'm like, it's because I'm power, baby. And then I'm like, no, stay humble. But at the same time, I'm like, what's going on? I think I am, I'm online enough, I am in consciousness. I do think I'm a threat to society. I have to be aware of that a little bit. I don't want to be delusional, but at the same time, I'm like, what's going on? First time here, well, welcome in. It's good to have you. So let's talk about something. How's everyone doing? I think we talked about our channel message this morning, which I really liked the message that came through about vibration, about sound, about manifestation through the density, being present. I obviously feel like they are watching. You never know, but you protected, so don't worry. I know that's the same thing. So the other day when the helicopter was flying by and I felt like it had a camera on me, you know, like I have good intuition. So I'm like, okay, why is there a camera? I'm feeling the camera. And I just stared them down, and then I did energy work around my aura, and I like made sure they saw energetically that I was doing energy work, and the energy did shift. So I'm grateful for that, because I had to show my power. I was like, don't mess with an energy baddie. Don't mess with us. We know what we're doing. We know how to change the world. Watch out. You are divinely protected. Period. And that's what I feel so deeply about traveling, y'all. I feel so deeply trustworthy, and I know some people don't want me to be. There's so many people that don't want me to be trustworthy, and obviously I'm going to trust my intuition first. This is what we talked about earlier this morning, is trust the gut feeling first. The gut feeling honestly matters more than the third eye. And I don't want to say that, but I did. I said it. The gut feeling, the gnosis, the inner knowing, the inner feeling in your body, that matters a lot. Because a lot of times, again, in the third eye, we can get distracted. Is this my own thought? Is this spirit? Is this vision something I'm creating? Is this something that is coming to me? Whatever. But if you just have the gut feeling, there's no distortion. I know, I love your body teaches me a lot. I've been thinking about body being wiser than me. It's crazy. Like, we are human. Yes, whatever that word is. Divining rods. Yeah, we are. We literally are. Our bodies are. little energetic antennas, and then our mind goes, I don't know this, and your body's like, bitch, I've been knowing. Like, I literally been knowing. I've been knowing how to do this. So it's funny how we have to like sink into the body to remember our giftedness, but we've been forced into our mind through the patriarchal energies, through this idea that the mind is smarter than the body or the soul, which is not the case. I mean, they're all in unison. They all need to be worked together, because if I didn't have a mind, I wouldn't be able to communicate some of these higher concepts to the body, or I wouldn't be able to communicate these higher understandings to one another. So the mind is important, but they all have their part. But the body, ooh, she's wise. The body is wise. The spirit is wiser, I would say, but the body is wise, very wise. The mind, energetically in the collective, seems to be the thing that actually keeps us back, because we try to understand things that aren't meant to be understood. It's meant to be felt. So this is why even yesterday when I had that session with someone that was like, let me activate my third eye, I was like, actually, no. Actually, we're not going to do that. Because there's other things that we want to do first. And that's trust your body, trust your gut, trust your intuition. So that's the huge message here for today. I'm sensing that going on the road will be good for you. Yeah, I think so. I'm sensing that too. I'm sensing that too. I can't wait to see you guys. I can't wait to see my friends on the road. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. I'm planning myself a goodbye party, and I'll see if my family attends. We'll see. If anything, it's me. I'm gonna be partying. I'm gonna say goodbye to myself. I'll sign my own van. Family. What a fun game to play, right? Isn't it fun how we get placed into families intentionally? You know, it depends on our experience. It depends on our soul journey, but we often get placed in families that intentionally test us. And something that I really love about Yeshua, about the Gospels, about even the Gnostic texts, they talk a lot about how we aren't able to heal, or we're not able to do as many miracles in front or around our family or around our hometown, because they doubt, because they see our humanness, and they saw the struggle of us. They saw us grow up in struggle, and so they cannot believe, or they cannot imagine that we can do something more than they can. But it's not that we're doing anything more special. It's just that we're tuning into greater power, and that greater power is not coming from my human self. That greater power is coming from the divine. Therefore, I can do anything. But those that also have a human body that has experienced my little human body, they don't understand. They have no understanding of how I could possibly do what I do. And that's the same thing with Yeshua, right? Yeshua had all of that doubt. He could never do miracles in his own hometown. What a bummer. They didn't have faith. They didn't trust, because they didn't believe that the divine could work through a human vessel like that. And that was also talked about in the Gospel of Thomas that I've been reading, is the same concept. So I'm really excited to get out of my hometown to witness the miracles that are about to happen, and just let it happen. I really do truly have deep faith. I've had a deep faith since I was very young, and that's never changed. It's actually gotten a lot stronger. So I'm very, very grateful for that. You're going to have so many adventures. Go get those miracles. I know. I'm so excited about the miracles that are about to happen. And I have literally no clue. I have no clue what's going to happen. But they're going to be here. And I'm going to just do it. And I'm going to feel it. Oh my gosh. This is something I want to talk about with this collective. Oh my gosh. Thank you to everyone that's here, by the way. Something that has been absolutely mesmerizing to my mind has been playing with water. Some of the most simplest things are the most exposing things ever. So I've been playing with my niece. She was hanging out here yesterday, and I was babysitting her, and we were playing in this little water pond thing, and I had a cup in one hand and a cup in another. And if you guys have seen I think it's the High Priestess card, or the Empress card, or the Star card. There's one of the cards, maybe it's more than one of the cards. they show this image of water pouring into the other cup and water pouring into the other cup. So I was doing this yesterday. And when I was doing this, divine gnosis, divine intervention, divine things just kept coming to my mind. And I kept being like, oh my gosh, this makes much sense. And like just constantly over and over, I had these huge epiphanies happen while I was just pouring water from one cup to the other. This is all I was doing. I was pouring water from one cup to the other. I had plastic in one hand, a metal can in the other. And holy crap, the gnosis, you did that this morning. The gnosis that came from that was insane. And so I suggest anyone, if you want to go into a meditation, a water meditation, that's a beautiful way to connect with water. And one of the gnosises that I had was, that's crazy that we try to control water. Because one, water is abundant, but there's no way that we can like control water. Water is going to come how it needs to. The temperance card. Thank you. I love the temperance card. That's probably my favorite card, honestly. I don't know why, but it's always spoke to me very deeply. Yeah, it was this idea of like trying to hoard water is so silly. Water has this energy of abundance. And when we try to hoard it and when we try to store it, we are trying to get rid of the abundance out of the water. So there was something about that, because while I was playing with my niece, she was like, that's my water. And I was like, you're pouring the water back into the bucket. Like it's the same water. You can't hoard the water. You know what I mean? So we had that moment. But the other thing that happened, the last couple sessions, it always glitching during my healings. Then when we're done, it stops glitching off topic. OMG! That's so interesting. Go check it out on YouTube too if you missed some of it, Allison. That's so interesting. My friends have said that before, like when I'm in FaceTime with them, like it's like my screen is glitching. But I don't see it glitching, but it's like the energy is so strong that it's glitching. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about, the gnosis that I had with the water. So I talked about this before, about having like deep, energetic, like, I'll say it how it is, like orgasms with nature. Like I'll so-called to water lately. Yes, go to a river, Jody. I can see you in the river. Like go to the river, bring your little sound healing things, take a day, just enjoy yourself. Anyways, so I've had this experience before where I'll like touch a tree and it's like, holy crap, I've never felt this type of pleasure before. And it moved through me. The other day I touched water. Oh, it was on a different level. I was like, I'm so into this water right now and I don't know what to do. Like I'm not doing anything, but I'm like feeling it a lot. So this has been really interesting as I've been opening up my sacral chakra. And something I talked about in the August energy update is we're going through this pleasure audit. Where are we allowing ourselves to experience pleasure in the mundane? And so that hit me and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm experiencing like a lot of pleasure from this water and it's like really weird and I don't know what to do with this information, but honestly it feels good, so I'm going to keep doing it. And it was just me playing with the water and I was just like having the absolute time of my life and it was so good. So again, I want to say, call out to you guys, tune into your sensitivity, allow yourself to play with the natural elements of life and the elements will teach you. Because a lot of times we're going online, we're going, okay, internet, how do I learn this thing about myself? Or we're going to someone else, like me. Headed to the ocean for real, for life, baby, for life. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to come connect with you, Jody, in the ocean. Oh, girl. I was going to say I could probably help you move stuff, but you probably got a moving crew. You probably don't need anyone to help you. I want someone to... I know, the water was just like something about it. I was like, what is going on? I've never felt this before. Like so energetically aroused by the water. And it was when I was moving the water back and forth, you guys. I'm telling you, do something with water. See what comes through, the messages that come through, and just let your body receive the information that is meant for you. It's that inner gnosis, that inner remembrance that your body remembers. And, you know, as we've seen in Frozen, the movie Frozen, Olaf says water holds memory, and that is so true. So The memory, the wisdom of the universe is within the water. When we connect with the water, we can remember. It's not about going onto your phone and looking up what someone else can tell you you need to remember, or coming to these type of sessions and looking up what do you need to remember, but it's actually being fully present. Because when we're doing these things, as much as it is energetic and it's mental, a lot of times we don't get to physically be in connection. So that's where you have to do that physical work of connecting with your spirit body, connecting with your mind, and doing the somatic work. Because that can even be doing stretching, doing yoga, working with the water, working with the land, touching the trees, hugging the trees. Come on. I make sure to love on my trees. I make sure to love on my trees. They know they're loved. Like it was magic for me with rain yesterday as I was humming for it and with it. Yes, Ramona. So again, coming back to the original thing that we talked about this morning of shifting your energetic vibration by humming is a really, really, really great somatic gift. A gift to your body. We do water ceremonies in my culture. We take water from one lake and walk to the other lake to honor. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. So in my energetic culture, I'm like, I don't know what culture I have, but I like have this remembrance of certain things. Like again, I talk about baptism a lot. That feels very important to me, is that concept of washing self with the wisdom of the universe. And taking water, or going into the water, going into the river and completely cleansing self with the wisdom of the universe, completely coming back to the divine womb space of innocence. So like yearly baptisms, I remember in my soul as I was living in Egypt. This is something that we would do as high priestesses. We would do yearly baptisms, and it would be very ceremonial, and what I have said is called like re-virginizing. And we talk about virginity as not something that's sexual or has a negative connotation. Virginity used to be this space of innocence. That was all that it was. Innocence. That has a strong energy in my body. And I've always talked about that. I felt very close to that word, because there is something about the high priestesses that hold this energy of innocence. Even though they use their sexual energy and their power to manifest and magnetize things towards them, there is deep innocence within that manifestation, which is why even the work that I do, let's go into even talking like psychoanalyzing my work. The work that I do about moving energy, yes, it can feel sensual and it can feel sexual sometimes, but it's deeply innocent at the core of what it is. My energy is moving, my hips might be moving, my body might be moving, but at the core of it, it is innocent energy flow. It is not meant to be sexualized, and yet that alluringness, yes, it does bring people in, but the energy itself is very innocent. It is very divine, it is very whole. So that's interesting that that's coming through. We've had some fun little rants today. I keep coming back to this idea of water, like this river, this abundance, this flow, flowing, trusting the body, trusting the natural wisdom of Gaia. Gaia has already been through some of this, right? If we talk about the correlation between this evolution and the fall of Atlantis, we know that Gaia has kind of already stepped into some of these realms of higher understanding. We also know that in the Egyptian times, we were able to move energy with sound, which is why, again, the original thing that I talked about today was sound, and using your sound, your inner vibration, to manifest things into your reality. We've already been able to witness a lot of this miracle. So it's kind of funny to our body to still say, that's not possible. We can't move things with our minds, or we can't move things with our heart, or we can't do these miracles. It's kind of funny to our body. Our body goes, LOL, we've done this before. You know how to do that. The body sometimes is just like side-eyeing us, which is funny because we also think that the body is the slowest to process information. And it is because of why? The density. Like we talked about earlier, everything in our life is vibration. We are just compact vibrations. We are a manifestation of sound compacted with light into this solid form. Once it gets really, really solid and it's really in that density, it makes it harder to bring more fluidity in. If we start to soften that density a little bit and let more of that vibration come in, more of the miracles can open up inside of us. So we have to honor the density, but we also want to shift the density. Where was I going with this? When we shift that density into a little bit more fluidity, miracles come online much quicker. And this is why I say, and I've always questioned my my phrase, hello, I'm Lydia, I'm an energy healer. I work with the mind, body, and soul to help accelerate human consciousness. I've always questioned, Lydia, why do you say accelerate? I don't know, it was just in my body. It was just something that was meant to be said. But the more that I question that, the more I'm yeah, I really am here to accelerate consciousness. It is this quickening up, this faster pace, this awareness that is quicker, it is faster, it is more consistent. I think we've been in such a slow evolution for a very long time. I'm here and I'm let's do it again. Come on. You guys already know this stuff. Come on, let's do better. That's the energy I'm bringing to the table. Sound is so important. That is why sound is so important. Absolutely, that is why sound is so important, because we are literally everything, right? In the beginning was the Word was God. It is everything. And again, what I said earlier is we all play a different part in the symphony. And if we try to compete or compare or compare the giftedness of someone else to our giftedness, we are then creating discourse within the symphony. And then the symphony gets off beat. And then it creates this distortion within our symphony. But in reality, we want to be in this state of harmony where we all respect one another for our natural giftedness. We're not here to compete against each other energetically. If we see someone do a miracle, excellent, go you. If we see someone that is trying to do a miracle and has difficulty doing it, go near them, go help them, go support them, go bring energy into that space. Does that make sense? And they're showing me Yeshua and Mary Magdalene going out, and they sent all their disciples out in twofold, with the feminine and the masculine. They went and they did miracles together, so that one, you could be witnessed by someone in the miracle, and you can also have extra support if ever your spirit body feels doubt. Doing work with others is very, very important. This is going to continue to accelerate, and you guys might feel this in your heart. As you know, I'm meant to connect with more people. I'm meant to do healings. I'm meant to share my giftedness. Each and every one of you in this collective, if you're here, you have that call, you have that pull. And we're going to start seeing this in reality as we're creating more of the new earth, because the new earth is already here because you're here. Yes, because miracles can also mean fast healing. Yes, yes, yes. Accelerated healing. Yes. To accelerate human consciousness. Absolutely. When I went to the bathroom earlier and I was shitting out the patriarchy, as one does, I was thinking about Yeshua raising people from the dead. And something that's very important in the connection of healing is the person's faith. And I always talk about, Yeshua walking through the shadow of the valley of death. He wouldn't heal everyone, but he would heal those that had the faith to connect with him, to believe that he was able to do a miracle. And that's also important. That is very important. It is your own ability to have faith to heal. That is the main importance. There's a then energetic catalyst on the other side. Say it's Yeshua, say it's you as a healer, whatever. But it's mainly the faith. The faith is the most important part of healing. And if we can have the faith that we can float, that we can do telekinesis, that we can do all of these different things, baby, what else do you think is going to come in this lifetime? Each individual has to be able to Each individual has to be able to convince to receive. Convince. Is that the right word? Am I reading that wrong? What does that mean? I'm confused. Sorry. Being real. To convince. Faith or understanding. Conceive. Okay, that's what I thought at first. And then I was like, wait, did I read that wrong? Able to conceive, to receive. Absolutely. Faith or understanding. Absolutely. Shoot, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, so no worries. Thank you for sharing. Telekinesis. Sticking things to the wall. So something that I've been learning by physically bringing my spiritual manifestations into the physical reality is learning faith. Because if I try to stick this pen to the wall and I don't have faith, I don't believe that it's going to happen, baby, it's going to drop. If I try to stick this pen to the wall, and I right now in this moment am nervous, so I don't think it's going to happen. But if I have the deep faith that it's going to happen, and I allow the electrons to connect in, oh, no, I can't do it. I'm nervous doing it on screen. Okay, give me a second, sorry. But here's the real truth. That's the truth. I have this fear in my body right now of it's not going to work. Oh my gosh, I'm a fraud. Yeah, it's not going to work then. So I don't want to do that for y'all. But I've been learning through physically connecting with my faith of witnessing things stick to the wall, or witnessing things stick to my forehead, or witnessing things moving with my hands without touching them, or moving with my heart without touching. I've had to learn this deeper level of faith that is sinking through the lower density vibrations. So this is what we're, again, coming back to sounds. When we start to soften the deep density, we're allowing more faith to actually go through that density. Does that make sense? Have you seen how gifted these children are coming in, especially with telekinesis? It's like, yeah, it is wild. It is wild. And we also get to be the ones to teach them that. Even if we just have the faith, even if we don't feel like we can do it ourselves, but we have the faith. I want to walk on water so bad. I want to do it so bad. I'm going to do it someday. The main goal, though, immaculate conception. And it's hard because, like, as I've had this deep vision in my body, like, you're meant to have an immaculate conception, and then I meet certain people, and I'm like, oh, they don't believe that, but, like, I still like this person. You know, maybe that dream isn't meant for me. Maybe it's not meant for this lifetime. And then I go, no. This lifetime is for me to experience the greatest miracles that are meant to be experienced for me. And that's it. Have you tried fire walking? No, I haven't. Explain that. What is that? Walking on coals? I've had many visions of that. Walking on coals, walking on fire. I believe it for you too. Thank you. I really want to do it, you guys. I really want to do it. Ugh, I know. All right, Spirit. Whenever the time is right, I'm ready. Walking on coals. Yeah, I've had many visions of me doing that, but I have not done it in person. I think I would enjoy it though, truthfully. I've always been a sucker for pain. That's my truth. As a human vessel, there's something about the pain and pleasure line that gets a little confusing sometimes. Anyways. Which is actually something we were talking about in the last session about women giving birth. Is that a lot of times we've been told, right? We've been told that giving birth is really painful, it's really bad, and it is a part of our sin for eating of the apple. We've been told since the beginning of the time with Adam and Eve. This is your sinfulness. You ate of the apple, you got the wisdom of all of the universe. Childbirth is going to be painful. So we have that programmed in our DNA. We have that programmed in our body. We tell ourselves, oh, it's going to be so painful. It's going to be such a terrible experience. And then you go to birth and what happens? A lot of people have a lot of pain with it. A lot of people are afraid of their own body. But when we can shift the mentality of understanding the pain and pleasure line is on the same line, and you go, actually, this is a really beautiful, miraculous experience that I'm able to breathe through, that I'm able to give control back to my body, that I'm able to be autonomous within myself. There's a beautiful release. There's a beautiful pleasure release that comes out of it. And this is something that we're working towards in humanity right now, is kind of shifting that mentality. And I say this because I'm very grateful that I was an at-home birth, that I was born in my own bathtub, and that my mom had a really beautiful experience with it. I was able to respect that process even at the birth level, because I have such a weird awareness that I was aware of that I can go back to those memories and be aware of that process. Yes, I did have a cord wrapped around my neck, and yes, I am okay, because we can figure those things out. Anyways, that's a whole other conversation that we can go into. But there's something about reteaching the body about pain and pleasure. This is again what I said, that August is our pleasure audit. Where are we allowing ourselves to experience pleasure, and where are we consistently telling ourselves we need to be in pain, or we need to not experience something beautifully because other people aren't? Where are we keeping ourselves away from pleasure because other people aren't experiencing pleasure? As a kid and still now, I try to lift my body off the ground with my mind and walk on air or water. Yes, I did that as well as a kid. Same, the channel that gives birth has the orgasm. Yes, 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 yes. It's intention. Yes. What have we been programmed to believe within our body? Oh my gosh. Ocean birth? Holy crap. Watch out, Jody. I'm coming to the ocean. Watch out. I'm coming to the ocean. I'm giving birth to my light baby. That's where it's going to happen. Holy crap. That just opened something inside of me. Oh my gosh. An ocean birth? A river birth? Holy crap. That sounds magical. I'll take your pictures. Okay, baby. I'll be there. Come on over. We're having a light baby. We're having a light child. It's going to be born in the ocean. It's a little mermaid, and it's going to levitate. The world is changing. This is amazing. And I love, like, there's an ability for us to joke about it and have satire about it, but there's also an ability that it's like, this feels real, though. My womb, it feels real. It feels real. It feels real. Wild times, isn't it? We will hold hands and circle around you guys. Stop. Come on. You just come over. Come over. Just swim in the ocean. Come visit us in the ocean. Just take a quick swim. That's all. That's all. Just come swim. Holy crap. What's about to happen in this world? I don't know, but I keep believing in greater things. I feel like sometimes I set the energetic standard. I think there's a lot of people out there that believe in much greater things, but for me, in my life, I don't know that many other people that believe in the miracles that I believe in. So I feel like I set an energetic standard of what to believe in. And a lot of times they get a lot of side eyes. They're like, oh, that girl's crazy. She's off the charts. But I'm over here like, no, that's my truth. What do you do? I need 2 weeks notice. Everyone's gonna be coming around. Just, oh my gosh. If that actually happens, y'all, I wonder what would happen. Because here's the other thing that I feel about light conception, is that it's gonna be like a group of women. It's gonna be a large group of women that all conceive around the same time. Because if there's a ton of us, one person can't be targeted. Kind of in the same way that Mother Mary, she was kind of one. Well, she also had her cousin or something like that. What's her name? What was the other lady that was having a baby and it was also like a miracle baby? She also had her. They did it together. I can't think of her name. But she gave birth to John the Baptist, right? Anyone know that stuff? Anyways, Mother Mary didn't do it alone. She also was in a group of high priestesses that trained for light conception, and she was the one that was chosen to carry Yeshua. I feel like there is going to be other women that are training in light conception, and it's going to be more of a larger thing. You can't just hold one person down. You can't just have one person experienced light conception and then the whole world is like on them and it's like blah, blah, blah. But it's like a whole thing, and I feel it all over the world. I don't know when this is going to happen, but I've been getting more and more messages about this happening. It keeps getting stronger, and as it keeps getting stronger, I'm like, what the heck is happening? Am I going crazy or is this real? And I feel in my body that it's real because I've been crazy before. I walk that fine line a lot, but this one feels real. And as I'm speaking, my womb is quaking, and so she's getting ready. She's getting ready. Late babies, here we are. Aunties are here. Uncles are here. Oh my gosh, something that happened yesterday. Funny that you said auntie and uncle. Something that happened yesterday is my niece kept calling me Uncle Lydia, and I like actually loved it. I thought it was so cute. I was like, that's so adorable, you're calling me Uncle Lydia. And then my mom and sister were just like, it's auntie. And I was like, I'm not bothered. Like, as much as sure it might be auntie, I also don't care. Like, do what you want to do. It was so cute. It was so cute. Anyways, yeah, so that's what we got going on today. We're learning a lot about sound, about vibration, opening up the density in our bodies so that we can remember in our body. And again, if you guys are not seers and you're feelers, how old is she? She's 3. She's a solid 3, but she's like a good, she's very smart. She's a smartie. She's a cute patootie. What was I saying? I don't know, but I'm thinking about... Okay, remember in the last live where I was like, guys, I'm gonna go vegetarian? And then Ramona was like, you're gonna be eating meat next week, and I was like, yeah, probably, but I'm gonna try to go vegetarian. That same day, I ate meat, and it was like actually terrible. Like I had such a, like I felt terrible, and I was like, I really should have just listened to myself and not did that. So yeah, I'm on a weird journey still. Just letting you guys know, that's an update on my journey. Still weird, still uncomfortable. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through this channel. Oh, business stuff. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, yesterday I did a van tour. Meat is gross, quit. I know, girl. Stop. I know you inspired me a minute ago, and I'm still on that train trying to figure it out. But yesterday I did eat beans for dinner. That was really good. I had like a bean burrito. I can't get behind tofu though. I want to. It just isn't good. Anytime I cook it, I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? Because it's not good. I was going to send you how to make potato pasta. You should send me that. But then it's really funny that that's been happening because my mom and my sister have been making a lot of chickpea meals, which has been really great. They've been doing like meatless things as well, like naturally. But luckily my sister has also been having sensitivity to meat, so I'm not like actually being made fun of. So that's nice. Where was I going? What I was saying something. Oh yeah, go watch that video I posted yesterday on my YouTube channel. Send me some love. I did a van tour, and then I talked a little bit about grid work, and I'm just, you know, just being me, doing my thing. Tofu is also gross. I love you so much. It is, it's not good. I like it in like miso soup, like really finely chopped up. I can only stomach white meat lately. Even that, like I ate chicken the other day, I got really sad. I was like, I can't do this. You can make pudding out of tofu and maybe start there. I could do that. I could do that. I don't know if I want to do that though, Jen. Wow. It doesn't sound like it would be good, but maybe I could try it. Maybe I could. Pudding out of tofu pudding. Okay. Crickets. Okay. I spend 4 to 5 hours for 5 minutes eating time. I love cooking. Love the van. So cute. Thank you, Jody. Thank you. I'm so excited about it. No, but y'all, for real, send me some like good vegetarian meals, because I'll be on the road. Here's the thing, back in like when I was 10, I think I said this last time, when I was like 10, I was like, when I'm in my van, I'm gonna be a vegetarian. I'm gonna do it. Now I'm gonna do it. I just gotta do it. a lot of chickpeas, avocados, rice, smoothies. It's gonna be good. And I'm doing that manifestation work. And what I was talking about earlier, like with my gas tank, right? I manifest my gas to not change. So I'll be driving for an hour and it looks the same, like my gas didn't go down. That's the manifestation work I like to do. But I'm trying to shift it a little bit more to be like, okay, bank account, show me more. Because right now I'm in this like weird mentality where I'm like, it's weird, okay? I gotta do my own shifting or whatever. But I'm doing a lot with manifestation, trusting flow, trusting income, but also seeing manifestation playing out in different ways. Because there is something about my spirit body that I kind of like to lay low money wise. And maybe that's because I don't have a financial advisor and I don't really know what I'm doing. But I like to like cut even, not have to pay too much for taxes at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I've been doing a lot of fun manifestation work recently. That's been lovely. Let's see. Do I have anything else to talk about? I always got things to say. I don't know. Buy some incense. If you guys don't have any incense, go get some. Incense is good for you. Sage, Palo Santo. I've been really wanting to connect with tobacco incense or tobacco. We've talked about that before. What are you guys doing? What's going on in your life? Let me know. Ooh, eggplant parm. Oh, let me write that down. Ooh, an eggplant parm. I go hard for an eggplant parm. Watch out, world. So actually for the retreat, I think we are gonna be making eggplant something, which I'm really excited about. Shout out to the retreat that I'm about to have in like 2 weeks, 12 on the clock, because we're gonna be picking the vegetables fresh from the farm before we do the retreat, which I think is gonna be so fun. Yeah, good stuff there. Cucumber sandwiches are num num. Oh my gosh, cucumber sandwiches. Cucumber sandwiches. That sounds ratatouille. Ooh, I love a ratatouille. That's such a good call. The movie Ratatouille genuinely changed my life. Once they did that scene with the grape and the cheese and they put them together and they made this like whole like symphony of color while they were eating, that changed my life. I was like, oh, that's how people experience food. I actually wasn't a foodie like that. I will do it again. Don't you worry, Ramona. Don't you worry. We'll do more. We'll do a lot of retreats. I used to not be like a foodie, like I like to taste. I was just an eater. I would eat so much. I out-ate every football player I ever met. Like, I swear to God, I was up there getting 3-4 plates of food back in the day. I was an eater. Because I also had the mentality that if I didn't eat now, that like there wouldn't be food. Like, I had this deep like fear of not eating. So I would eat so much as a kid. But now I've learned to like not have to eat so much, but enjoy the flavor, enjoy the process of cooking, enjoy the experience of eating, things like that. That's been really lovely for me. So yeah, that's been happening. Ratatouille, eggplant parm, cucumber sandwiches. Yeah, lightning-y. I love cabbage and zucchini. I love a cabbage. I'll eat anything with a cabbage. It might be my Polish side of me, but ooh, a cabbage, anything. I love cabbage parm, actually, if you guys have tried that. Cook up the cabbage, put a little bit of cheese on top, get the oil, get the salt, pepper. It's gonna be hard to not have an oven. When I'm on the road, I don't have an oven. I have a lot of cast iron. I have a rice cooker. I have a pot. I have a smoothie maker. What else do I have in there? I think that's it. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. I love my little van. Anyways, hangout time with Lydia. That's why God made restaurant. I knew you were gonna say some shit like that. I'm buying cabbage tomorrow. Yes, you better get that cabbage. Get it and eat it all up. There was one day when I came back from the cruise that I went on in March. I ate cabbage for a good 3-4 days, and that was the only thing I ate. I was like, that cruise food was not real food. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't real, so I'm gonna eat cabbage to clear my system. Guys, I know some of y'all have been really called to fasting. I've also been kind of called to fasting, but something I realized, so I've been reading the Gospel of Thomas, like you've heard me say. They were talking about fasting. There was some nuance with the concept of fasting, because I think for a long time within Jewish tradition, fasting was super important, and it was super legalistic, and it was super like Judaism for a very long time was very structured and rule based, and like there was a lot of shaming if you didn't do something. And so when Yeshua came in, he was like, stop shaming people, just do what you want to do, and if you feel called to this thing, do that thing. And so that's been really hitting my heart recently, because a lot of times I feel called to fasting because other people are fasting, honestly, truthfully. And I don't want to. And the time is right where my body feels like it is ready to fast, it will fast. And so that message within the Gospel of Thomas felt very inspiring to me. He was like, just do it when you feel called to. If you're doing it because other people are doing it, then you're doing it out of like your own gain or like selfish gain. And that's not going to be helpful. When your body tells you it is time, listen to that. And some of you guys in this collective might have been hearing that call, so listen to that. And just because someone has a conviction doesn't mean that that is your conviction. And this is something that I had to learn early on in my process of deconstruction. Because I did not have the deep conviction to need to not be gay. But other people in the community, maybe they had more of a conviction that they had to leave that quote unquote lifestyle, because I used to be very involved in that conversation and that rhetoric of like ex-gay people and like all of this stuff, whatever. I had this deep desire in my soul that Spirit had said, like God had said, like, Lydia, you're meant to be this way. And so I had to just trust that conviction. Even though my mind was like, Lydia, you're such a sinner, you're such a bad person, my soul, my heart, my gnosis was like, you're exactly who you're meant to be, just stay this way. So I had to trust that my inner convictions to be who I was not the convictions that other people needed to have, and vice versa. So someone might have convictions about not drinking alcohol. That is not my conviction, and I don't need to hold their conviction. That is their journey, and that is their process. And that's the same thing with fasting. That's the same thing with all spiritual things, all spiritual practices, even what you eat. So yeah, that's coming up for a reason. Noticing where other people's energetic convictions might be pressing up on yours, and like seeing things within the spiritual community of the way that someone does something does not have to be the way that you do something at all. And this goes into fashion. So guys, I love the intersection of spirituality and fashion. I think it's so fun, because like I will wear certain things on my clothes. I'll wear like even these, right? This is like fashion. It's what I'm wearing. They all have intention. They all have meaning. If I'm wearing certain necklaces, they have meaning. If I wear certain colors, all the colors have meaning. The way that I style my hair, it has meaning to me. The way that if I want to wear like a bandana around my neck to honor my throat chakra or to protect my throat chakra from not having to speak so much, that's another thing that I could do. Or I wear a hat or a bandana or some sort of head covering on my crown. That's another thing. Or if I'm wearing sunglasses to cover my eyes so that there's a bit more protection from my to someone else's, that's another way of bringing spirituality and fashion together. And to be spiritual, you don't have to look like you're wearing all white and all linen and all of this to be in your highest spiritual authority. Sure, it might be beneficial energetically, but be yourself, live your truth, be your authentic self, which doesn't have to look like every other person. That's just something that's also coming through. There's a lot of intersection that I've been feeling towards gender, fashion, expression, and study. This has been coming up a lot for me recently, and I'm not 100% sure why, but it feels like the collective is meant to kind of delve into some of these ideas. Because again, in the spiritual community, we're constantly talking about the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and I use that terminology a lot as well because it makes a lot of sense to people, but I think it's way past that. Like, I think that's a very limited perspective on self. I think it's a very dualistic perspective on self, and I think it keeps self feeling separate sometimes. Does that make sense? Because sometimes we're like, okay, am I being too feminine? Am I being too masculine right now? All of these different things. When in reality, we're just a combination of all femininity and masculinity within ourselves. Like, we have everything. I don't know. That's just something that's been coming in a lot, is connecting with the concept of wholeness and being all that you are, not being split with the patriarchy and the matriarchy, but the uniarchy that we're creating in the relationship with God and Source. Absolutely, it's the frequency you hold in the relationship with God and Source. That's all that matters about your internal gender. We be drop kicking labels. Yeah, we do. We drop kick labels all over here. Get out of here, label. We don't need you. But why do we do that though? It is. So why do we drop kick these labels sometimes? Because the labels are limitations, but as we open limitation, as we go into limitlessness can feel overwhelming. So then we create other limitation. And so this is what I think is important as we are stepping into limitlessness, is taking the baby steps of opening a limitation, feeling the freedom of it, and then placing a new limitation. And then throughout time, once we explore the new area of limitation and we feel, okay, I've gained enough wisdom and knowledge about this, I'm going to open this again. Open and then get a new limitation. Does that make sense? Because this helps create containment and flow. So if we're stepping out of the dualistic mentality, the three-dimensional idea of gender, and we're like, this doesn't feel right anymore, let's step into the fifth dimensional idea, we have to open up that sphere and then create new limitations for the fifth dimensional idea of gender. And then once we understand the fifth dimensional idea of gender, we can open that up, go to the seventh dimension. It's a whole thing. Dimensions are fun. I love dimensions. I love expansion. I love self. I love human. I love ideas. I love you. I love God. And I think that's what I'm going to say today, because I kind of feel like I'm jumbling words. So thank you to everyone that's here. I do appreciate you. I think we'll close out. Is there anything else that anyone wants to say? Is there any announcements that you have on your heart here today? There's a bug on my leg. Here, buddy. Here, bug. Look at the bug. Look at the bug. Look at the bug. What's the highest dimension you've been? I don't think it can be. I think the highest dimension is absolute light. But that's also our baseline. That's our 0 point. So it's like everyone has that dimension. Everyone has that connection to absolute light. Yeah. Oof. Just got a crack in my back real hard. Okay, let's feel into the channel here real quick. You're so welcome. Thanks for being here, loves. I really do enjoy you and your energy. All of you guys, thank you for being here. We're going to just release any last energy here. Bringing more light down to your crown, third eye, throat. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the roses. Throat. There's a in the throat. Move that energy. Feel into your internal manifest from the manifest from those spaces of vibration. Thank you for the roses. Down through the heart. Ooh, love the stickers. Ooh. Thank you. Some light codes are coming into the heart real quick as we're closing out. Thank you for opening up your heart to greater possibilities. Your spirit teams are all very, very grateful and happy that we are connecting here in this time, in this space, in this physical reality, dropping down into the solar, opening this up. More confidence, more love down into the sacral. Light babies. Whoever feels called to have a light baby, open up your womb. Let it be prepared. Going down into the root, opening this up through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down. Visualize those roots extending deeper and deeper, all the way down to the crystalline core. Wrapping your roots around the core, sending this energy of purity, of light, of harmony, of clarity, all the way down through your channel, all the way into the crystalline core, sending this energy out and around as we all shift together. Bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. There's so many flies in my van right now. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it float, letting it go, letting it float, letting it go, letting it flow. Thank you to everyone that's here. I do truly appreciate you, bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. And my energy is mine. And that is it for this week. I'll see you guys back here on Monday. If you're interested in seeing more of this recorded session, you can go over on YouTube and watch any of the lives back over. I have a penny on my forehead the whole live. I love it. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, that's a good thing to work with, like bringing that there and then manifesting more money coming into the channel, because physically magnetizing, ooh, I'm going to do that. Good call, Ramona. Anyways, I'll see you guys back here on Monday. I might have a video coming out on Sunday. If you haven't checked out my video on YouTube yesterday of the van tour, go check that out. I think that's all I have to say, and I'm sending you guys so much love. Mwah! Bye!